we're back with Sonic Mania in Studiopolis zone. Matthew needs to get some characters back. Focus on getting a lot of rings. If you do that minigame with the...
oh, what?
Oh.
Not me, boy.
If you do that minigame with the pinball, sometimes you can get a character that way.
Yeah, I just didn't... It wasn't letting me do that in the last level.
You pass a checkpoint with, I think, 50 rings, and that's how you do it. Eggnog?
Ugh.
So, do you think they're ever going to make a Sonic game like this again?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's already a sequel in development of this.
I wonder how it did sales-wise.
Very well.
I would be, just because Sega has this knack for like, oh, we made a game people liked. All right, let's follow that up with like 4 horrible games, like all-time awful.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that, man. It just seems like I remember Sonic Generations came out, and it's like, what came out after that? I can't remember.
Well, they were Sonic Forces was. I think it started as a Generations too. I mean, you notice that.
Yeah, but Sonic Forces came out like way after. I'm talking about back then.
I think 3 years after, wasn't it?
3 years?
Let's see.
Sonic Forces just came out like a few years ago. Sonic Generations came out in like 2012.
2011, and then what was the next one?
Sonic Forces was like 2018 or 19.
2011, man. 2010, 2011, that era, that was a good year for like.
Didn't Country
games.
Returns? Wasn't that 2010?
Yep.
Yeah, we were eating.
Yeah, because Heart Gold and Soul Silver that year too. Like that was a good year, man.
Come on, dude.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was.
I hate to be that guy, the good old days guy, but yeah, that was I'm not gonna say that was the good old days. That was a good year.
Undisputed, like just good era of games.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll give you that. You know.
I mean, say what you will about Metroid Other M. At least we got a Metroid game.
All right, checkpoint. Come on.
Oh, you got a Metroid game in the 3DS one too. I mean, you didn't like it that much.
No, I like that one.
Popcorn?
No, I'm saying like the yeah, it was popcorn. What I'm saying is that with that Metroid Other M wasn't received super well critically.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's a director's chair.
Yeah.
Hey,
I do like this.
Oh my gosh.
I was about to say watch out for that guy.
What is that, a microphone?
Yeah.
I like this. This is great. This aesthetic is beautiful.
Yes, this one's a Sonic Mania does a lot of remixing. Like the first few levels we've done are from previous Sonic games.
Finally,
but,
like something. Oh wait, what?
But this one is entirely homebrewed from the new.
Oh, you
team.
see those are the
Gex?
slates. Those are the film slates up there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like those up there.
Yeah, yeah. The track is like
Dude, this is like Gex with the TVs.
Yeah,
No, that's actually one of my favorite Gex
soon.
quotes is in the first game. He'll like hit somebody and he'll be like, "That's for 12 seasons of Full House." You don't think that's funny?
That's hilarious, actually.
You know, Full House.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. That's actually fun. I
I'm
just
more
didn't
so
laugh
like,
at it.
I can't believe Michael doesn't think that's funny. Like,
I just have never seen Full House. That's the only reason why I didn't laugh. But in turn, you know when you think something is funny, but you internally
boy
laugh.
Knuckles.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I internally laugh at some stuff. It's like not that I don't think it's funny. I just
I've seen Full House, and I feel like it's one of those shows that people love that's not actually that great.
See,
and so that's why I think
Knuckles
like,
is
when
a
I heard
prince.
Gex say that, I was
glide
dying
to the left. I think there was something.
You don't think it's funny? I always like the anti-hero, like Knuckles, Riku. Like I'm sorry, because they're the truth. Look at him. Look at him.
said
He is
what?
glorious. You don't think it's funny that I always like the
Got my eyes all over the court, Matthew.
I always like the anti-hero. Knuckles, Riku,
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Well, Luigi isn't an anti-hero, but he's a person who doesn't get as much
You
of
actually like the character Riku?
Yes. What are you talking about? Yes. If it wasn't for him, I would not have wanted to play Kingdom Hearts as much,
He's
bro.
like almost as insufferable as Sora.
He's better. He actually has a brain.
Yeah, that's like better, but like, what's better, the McChicken or a Big Mac?
Well, I actually followed the original story and stuff, and
just awful.
And then the original, like, you know, he's the original Keyblade wielder and stuff like that, and like he's the one who actually had like.
Oh, dude.
I'm just kidding. I like Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, you know, I don't like it now. I mean, but as a kid,
you do not like Kingdom Hearts.
I like it conceptually, and I like the Game Boy game.
What does that even mean?
I did like it.
I love the concept. I love the world
Trevor,
of
you
like
heard me.
mixing
Like,
Final Fantasy.
He's like,
and
I like
Disney.
it conceptually. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like,
what does that mean? No, like, well,
I like a lot of things from a concept standpoint, but I think then you execute
I just think
concept.
I think Kingdom Hearts 1 was a good first go, and I think Kingdom
I
Hearts
remember
2
you
was
literally
cool.
bought that collection and you couldn't finish the game.
I couldn't finish the game, and I gave it to Trevor. So I don't like it enough to like. But I mean,
can't tell.
I mean,
but the thing is, like, so you want to hit the purple rockets, not the other ones.
Well, here you go, Trevor.
Oh my gosh! Wait, pause it. Yeah,
okay.
pause it. Yeah. I got coffee in my hand, man.
You want me to do it?
No, give it here. This is Knuckles. Now, what do I hit?
I don't know.
So you need to dodge the red rockets and hit the purple ones. So they're gonna come up. Give yourself some space. Don't run up right up. Dodge that one. And then hit that one. You need to jump into it.
There we go.
It didn't do anything.
Got him.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Michael's in.
Sorry, I hit one.
All right.
Good job,
It's time to
Trevor.
show you how a gamer does it.
Look at how he runs, like, man. But yeah, no.
Tails is awesome, man.
No, conceptually, I even like how the game came about. The fact that
I'm just saying, I think conceptually, though, is like, I like a lot of things from a concept. Metroid Other M from a concept standpoint sounds amazing. It just wasn't done well, you know?
yeah, no, execution
But I think
is
it was
everything.
like done well enough to. I mean, there's games that you don't have to like finish, and you still like had a fun time with. You know, it's just like with an RPG game, they're so long that unless it's like stellar, it's just not worth finishing.
Yeah, but I remember you playing Kingdom Hearts and like you literally didn't like it, or at least
I
that's
liked
what
it for
you
a little
said.
while. I quit at the water
Like
level.
we used to talk about how there was one level you were playing that you're like, I just don't even.
Yeah, the water level.
Yeah, Atlantica. No, like, listen. Same
Yeah,
thing
but,
as a kid.
But I
loved
beat
it.
the Game Boy Advance game. I quite
Oh yeah,
liked it.
me and him both. That's how we connected. Like reverse rebirth mode, you playing through the game is Riku, bro.
That
like,
was cool too.
Awesome, you know. But no, the reason why I cape for Riku is because he actually seems like I could relate to his story. Like he was actually like fighting hard to actually try to find their friend Kyrie back while
Hey,
while you
yes,
know
Their friend Kyrie Irving.
yeah, you funny. No, their friend Kyrie while Sora was over there, playing Let's Save the Kingdom with Donald and Goofy. Riku was actually trying to find Kyrie, and he found her, and he did what he needed to do. I just thought that was cool.
Every
The fact
time
that
you say that, I think of Kyrie Irving.
oh my gosh. The
We
fact that
gotta
he
find
basically
Kyrie, man. He's got the best handles in all of.
He's got the best handles in all of Twilight Town.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now,
Kyrie's actually like my favorite. He's like my new Kobe.
they need to. Nintendo needs to ape Kingdom Hearts though. Like, just do the same thing.
Well, that's
with
why they
Nintendo
made
Worlds. I mean, just imagine like Kingdom Hearts, but then you find Donkey Kong and he joins your team.
But that's one of the reasons why they made Kingdom Hearts. They wanted to make something like, okay, what's something?
Excuse me?
Yeah, they made Kingdom
No, I
Hearts.
was talking about that.
They made Kingdom Hearts. They were thinking like, okay, what's something that will rival
The applause thing.
Mario? What's something we can make that can rival Mario? And they thought Mickey Mouse. And so they had this idea of like making something with Mickey Mouse. And one day an exec from Square was in there with an exec from Disney, and he pitched that idea, and that's how it started with
And
Kingdom
they're
Hearts.
like, all right, how about we add a bunch of anime to that too? And then they're like,
wasn't it literally
sure.
an elevator pitch?
Yeah, it was an elevator pitch.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's like, yeah,
I feel
it's
like-
a cool story. I mean,
I really feel like I've always felt like there's probably a lot of those, not like in an elevator specifically, but a lot of ideas that just are like, hey, like, and somebody, because I feel like there's people that they get ideas all the time, like higher up, big wigs, and then they, every once in a while, they're like, you know what, that's not a bad idea. We should try that.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
to go from talking about it to like literally making that a
Get
thing
over here, boy.
and it becoming one of the biggest things. Like, you know, the first one especially, I actually like the first one more than the second one.
All right.
And that's something that's an unpopular opinion. I personally, the first one I can give it some credence
I
because it's
just
the
think-
first one. The second one I feel like they didn't take it far enough.
Really,
they
you're
added
not gonna get Sonic.
His position made it kind of hard to get.
like they added some things in the second one, but not enough to like they still reuse old assets. They
Come on,
still
Michael.
like did some of the same levels.
Oh, come on!
I thought it was a solid sequel. Honestly,
it was okay. I mean, but y'all heard my
It's
story.
not-
I just feel like it plays so much better.
It's not. It's
It
no.
plays so much
it's-
better than the
it's-
first one.
It's no Rayman 2: The Great Escape.
Well,
you
but
know.
y'all know my story. I just finished playing the first one and even playing like Chain of Memories again on the PlayStation 2 or whatever.
Well,
and so to go through,
but we need. You're not giving everybody the context that they need. Trevor, tell them how you played Kingdom Hearts. You played the original when it came out. You did the whole thing. You beat the Sephiroth.
yeah, I did the whole shebang.
And then
that
you
was cool.
did not play the second game until what, 2016?
Yeah, correct.
So I mean, you just had you had more time than people had between 2 and 3 to just like hype up the second one. And I just will never cease to be the
But you got to
funniest
think about
thing to
that.
me.
But I like played through I bought all the games and all that, like Big Kingdom Hearts. I just never played through it at that time. And then I appreciated the first one. Even to this day, I still appreciate it a little bit. I give it some credence. Okay,
wait.
y'all use these levels and everything.
Just-
Okay,
it's down.
And Chain of Memories, y'all use all these same. Oh, you lost your memory, so you got to play all these levels again.
Oh,
okay.
If they do that one more time, I swear.
Okay, fine. I lost my memory. I'll go through it. So to play
One
through the
thing
second one and then to find out that half of these levels are still some of the same
Now-
levels, it's like, okay, now that's just lazy.
Oh,
That's lazy.
you know what? The only thing I appreciate Kingdom Hearts for is that it's made for a lot of good YouTube videos of people making fun of it.
And I mean, that's the thing about it. I think the first
All
one
right,
you can
now-
excuse, but as the story goes on, all they did was just convolute the story. That's
Yeah,
why.
well, it became too successful. It was too successful. So they made 6,000 spin-offs, and then, you know, they did that Square Enix thing where they just had too many weird ideas they needed to execute on. So they're like, all right, how about we take 15 years to make a new game? It's insane. It is literally insane.
Now, I will say this.
Final Fantasy VII did not take that long to make. And what's the Final Fantasy game we're going to remember? Are we going to talk about Final Fantasy 15 in 10 years? No. Not like we will about the original Final Fantasy
But
VII.
that's the thing about it, the hype up, man.
Like, you just don't need that much, like, you know, sometimes people just need to, like, you know, put some words on the sheet of paper.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. And I think that's just my thing
That's
about
Kingdom
it.
Hearts thing.
But you know, but you know my story, Mike. That was at one time my favorite game, and I went from playing that after playing through like Kingdom Hearts 1 like crazy, after playing through like Chain of Memories on both modes and doing that and seeing y'all reuse assets and so on and so forth. So to play the second one and to see the same structure, like, okay, we're gonna rip scenes from the movie and just put this in this game and give it some
that's
goofy
what
spin.
broke me. You know what? Square wanted to like emulate the movie. They studied that Elsa song for so long just to see if they could like recreate it in their game engine. And I'm like, who cares? It's a video game. We've all seen the people who are interested in you know, Elsa. They've seen Frozen and they don't care to see like a worse animated version of it. And I feel like part of it is they probably don't have permission from Disney to like do whatever they want with Elsa. They have to like, Elsa only does this.
But that's the problem, man. Listen, and even in 3, I actually like, if you just took the gameplay aspect, I like the way 3 plays. I love like you moving and shaking.
Oh yeah, but
in
I'm
the
just
game.
saying like the whole intrigue around like, oh, we're like running around a Disney World. That illusion was broken for me the moment they stopped doing anything with it, and they were like, okay, so you're just gonna basically play with like a crummy version of the movie, and that's it.
Yeah, no, that's
And we're gonna insert an anime character into the plot of Frozen.
Yeah, and that's where you lose me. I mean,
like, I mean, okay, I guess.
that's where you lose me, right, Matt?
You guys lost me with all this Kingdom Hearts
Yeah,
talk.
it's funny thing you played through some of those games too, buddy.
Yeah, and I loathed every minute.
But you know, I think that's just my thing about it. It's just sad that out of all the levels in like Kingdom Hearts 3, I can think of only one that actually didn't just repeat what the movie did. The Big Hero 6 level. The Big Hero 6, like that's how you do it. Like something that's not in the movie, it's its own like spin on something else happening, furthering the story in Big
Yeah,
Hero
they must
6.
not be thinking about making a sequel to that ever.
I just remember there was a pro Smash
actually made a
player
series
who
about it.
played Kingdom Hearts 3, which was his first. Oh, you had a checkpoint thing, but it was his first experience playing it. Which for me, Kingdom Hearts 3 was like my second Kingdom Hearts game, and I remember his reaction was like the same as mine, where it's like he just could not understand. He's like, people love these games, like I just don't get it, and I'm like, dude.
But you got to think about it. We also nostalgia is a big thing too, and we played these games when we were kids. Now the first one, I would still give the first one slack because it was the first one.
You gotta watch out for that. I think you have to get under him when that happens. You saw?
Yeah, there's some. It depends on the thing.
I'll give the first one slack because it was the first one, but the second and all those other stories in between it, and then the third one, like no, like it's just the further it went on, the more they convoluted the story, which is why I'm harder on it. No. And y'all know me, y'all know my story personally. I was playing through Donkey Kong Country before that, and I stopped playing Donkey Kong Country because I thought it was too hard. I'm like, this is too hard. I'm going back. I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts 2, and then I played Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm like, what is this? What's going on? Y'all didn't further the story much at all. I went back to Donkey Kong Country and loved it, and I never went back to Kingdom Hearts 2. It's actually sad because that was at one time my favorite game ever, even more than Final Fantasy.
Didn't you used to say that was your favorite game when you hadn't played it yet?
Yeah. Well, I said that was my favorite game series when I'd only played like one and then Chain of Memories. But Michael, that was a golden era. Even you played through Chain of Memories.
That's what Trevor's favorite game was, a game he never played. His least favorite show, Dragon Ball Super, is his show he's never watched.
But that's different though. We actually have some kind of insight to say no, Dragon Ball Super is not worth watching. I watched the first like 30 episodes.
It wasn't worth drawing.
That too.
No, I mean, like from their perspective, it wasn't worth animating.
That's a fact. But anybody who's a Kingdom Hearts fan,
Like,
hey,
you'll buy
listen.
it anyway.
If you like Kingdom Hearts, by all means, love it. This is my personal take.
No more Kingdom Hearts.
Bye.